A tight squeeze. As an ex-employee of Playtime Co., you finally returned to the factory many years after everybody within disappeared. As the view fades to darkness before showing a retro TV, which plays what seems to be a commercial. Suddenly, a man in a nicely pressed black suit walks up to the view. The man being known as Elliot Ludwig.
A little girl can talk to her. Poppy gives her answers. She is the first doll actually able to have a conversation with a child. Hard to believe? Just watch.
As the view cuts to a doll wearing a blue dress, has red hair, blue eyes, and a pale white face. As a girl pulls a string on Poppy's back, and Poppy talks. As Poppy raises up one of her feet with a shoe on it, as a girl now starts shining Poppy's shoe. And the view cuts to Poppy yet again as a girl begins brushing her hair. Now the view shows some poppy flowers. Poppy Playtime, $5.99, aka $6 of American tax.
What's the time?
As the view shows the slogan of this brand new toy company. Suddenly the view shows the welcome area / main area. Then the view shows the inside of a manufacturing area where heads and arms and legs can be seen being built. Then the view shows the outside of the factory before cutting to what looks to be a poppy flower, or at least a fake one with a big old door built into it for slowly fading the darkness and showing the name of this game and this remastered series, Poppy Playtime. Everyone thinks the staff disappeared 10 years ago. We're still here, find the flower, with it also accompanying having a red poppy flower drawing and a yellow cassette tape, before fading to darkness once more. As our protagonist walks into the welcome area of this factory, which looks much more gloomy than it did in the commercial, as he sees what looks to be a character, or at least a mural of a character's head, slightly faded on one half, before walking over to a cassette tape, which they hesitantly take and plug into a green cassette tape player. Looking up to watch this, they wonder what it could be.
I'm the head of innovation here at the Playtime Co. Toy Factory. If you're seeing this, then you're trespassing. Yeah, we play this little tape on loop whenever we close the factory for the day. So, trespasser, just to make you aware, while we pride ourselves primarily on our high-quality toys and excellent child care, we also pride ourselves on our security. For example, this facility is full of hidden motion triggers.
As the protagonist looks around, not seeing anything,
emergency alarms and directly contact the authorities.
And then the protagonist realizes this tape is kind of outdated.
No spoilers.
As the protagonist walks over into another room, ignoring the tape. As they then look up to see a train with a green, orange, yellow, and red train cars going around a track on top. Leaving the room, they see the tape has ended, and they walk to the other side of this area, seeing a color-coded keypad and a wee little door. As they try to open the door but see it's locked, and they wonder if that train was secretly giving them the code. Green, orange, yellow, red, and the door unlocks. Before they walk over to a desk with a blue tape and a decapitated toy, they then sit tape and look up at the TV, wondering what this could be. Then the words Playtime Co. appear, with the view revealing the Grab Pack, a yellow instrument that has two basically humanoid arms with blue and red hands. These basically acting as, well, extended versions of our arm, being able to shoot out, or if needed, be retracted, or if shot out again, can be used to pull objects towards us. But you can only fire it, and make sure to fire it at safe objects and not your employees, otherwise, well, you just have a decapitated employee. It can also be used to move electricity between two different stations. Thank you. Use their grab pack responsibly. What's the time? Bloody playtime. Then the tape ends, and the protagonist, having kind of zoned out, realizes they can figure this out as they begin firing off the hand. Realizing it's basically an extension of their already existing left hand, they go into a little back area where they go to unlock the door using this newfound tool. The massive garage shutter-like thing opening to reveal the main mascot of this company, basically. Huggous, the Huggous Wuggous. aka Huggy Wuggy, but whatever you want to call him. As the protagonist sees, he's just a very tall, lanky, blue monster. And so they hit a button to see what happens. The protagonist, ignoring that creepy, vague thing, begins slapping Huggy Wuggy for no reason, in the face, in the groin, and then giving him some high fives, unwillingly of course, before going to unlock the door. Instead they short circuit it though, and try going to a power room which is locked. Then they hear a key falling, and they see Huggy now holding the key they need to get into the power room. Which, after grabbing it, they enter and see it really is a power room. Walking around a wee bit, they find it and pull off a shutter to reveal a bright glowing light which they can use as a grab pack. Seeing just like in the video, they can use it to move power between different pole things before redirecting power into another pole which powers everything back on. Opening the door, they see that the Huggous is gone. As they see another door leading into what they think has the words cafeteria on it, and they see a bloody red hand. Deciding to continue, they unlock the door that they previously short-circuited and push on into a not creepy at all hallway. Then they see Huggy's arms slink into a room, and they see they can't really go anywhere else. As not only is there a bunch of blocks in the way, but the door head is also closed. So they press on, and immediately get jump scared by some steam bursting from a pipe. And so annoyed at that inconvenient jump scare, they push on. Then they see a yellow cassette tape player and some stairs. So they go up the stairs and they see what looks to be a control panel. Picking up a weird blue thing, they also see a poster. Ignoring it, they insert the blue thing and realise they need more of these bloody things. So they jump down. Not seeing really much, they look around. And then they see something glowing and see a yellow box, which they go to grab with their new grab pack extension. Looking around, they don't really see too much else. Going behind some shelves, they don't see anything until they turn left. Wonder what's over here. Jumping over an annoying box, they enter this and they go in between some shelving units. Or at least they try to. Jumping between some boxes, they find the yellow cassette. And then they find the green box. Before looking up and around, realising they just need one more, and then they see it. The wee little red box. And they realise they got everything they need. Basically being Thanos, except if instead of Infinity Stones, it was just weird power boxes. Walking up to accept tape player, they insert their new yellow tape.
Rich,
and watch.
where are they keeping the Huggy boxes?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Remember when maintenance left did a sweep of this place?
No.
Exactly. Nobody in this stupid company knows what they're doing. Oh, I swear I haven't seen a single box in its place since they started flooding the storehouse with orphanage junk.
Right.
I get it. It's a nice program and all, on brand, but... it's just hard to be happy about it when manufacturing's on our necks about it, because we can't fight stupid ugly boxes!
Rich.
You're right. You're right. It's for the orphans. I just wish there were less boxes. Anything less would be more habitable. Is that even a word? Habitable.
As the protagonist, now wondering if that's even a word, goes and inserts the weird glowing boxes, thinking that character is probably not going to be relevant or come back. As they hear a weird noise coming from the vents, but ignore it, and they watch as a weird crane thing picks up a box containing the elusive red hand, which after bringing it over to them, the player drops down and watches as this crane looms above, dropping the box gently and allowing our player, or protagonist, to grab it. After putting the blue hand on a scanny and the red hand on a scanny, it begins opening the door. As they realise they need to crouch and they enter human-sized vents for some reason. Which after entering, they look around and find a weird power thing. Realising the door is also closed, they go to look around. Entering a little side area, they walk up some stairs and find a power thing, but fall and realise there's a power pole as well. Which after connecting that, they spot and realise what they need to do. Finally getting the bloody thing to work. Which after going through a totally fun and safe journey through these weird vents, they come across something strange. As the lights suddenly turn red and toy parts begin getting dumped on them. The player, or sorry, protagonist, a little bit upset about this, pushes on without any objections, and gets yeeted out the machine and onto a conveyor belt, and then onto the floor of some weird big old room. Which after walking up to a machine, they begin pressing the button, but it does nothing until they see the words "needs power." So they decide to go up some stairs and find where the power is. Looking around, they don't really see much until they do. As they think they see a cassette tape. But they can't even reach it from their current position, so they push on. Grabbing an electricity thing, they pull over a little thing to help them get across. Then they just do what they need to do. The protagonist weaving the cables through where they need to be. When they go to insert it, they realise that they don't have enough cable length. So what do? They completely rethink their strategy. This time going around and pulling the little bridge thing towards them before running back around, inserting that, hooking that up, and then they complete the bloody puzzle. Before finally spotting their elusive tape, which they happily take. Jumping down and maybe breaking their knees. They see they can press the button and begin spamming it. And nothing happens until they get jump scared and begin pulling some levers to allow for the toy parts to begin moving. Then they remember the tape they collected and decide to run up the stairs all the way back up to the tape player where they saw they could do and use it. After inserting the tape, they go and sit in port.
So, Stella, what made you want to work at the Playtime Co-Factory?
Playing with toys when I was young was so magical. I could go straight from my bedroom floor to anywhere in the world. It was such a great feeling. And being able to work at a toy factory, somewhere that can provide kids with that same experience, that's a pretty great feeling too. Sometimes though, I really wish I could go back. To being a kid, I mean. And it's weird, because adults are just kids, but older. I don't think anyone ever really feels like an adult. Your body just gets older and older. And then
As the protagonist wonders just what this lady is talking about.
Can't stay young forever. There's things though, like some trees that can stay alive even while being way older than a person. I mean, the oldest people to ever live are still younger than those. So I guess everyone is always young relative to something, right?
Alright, I think we're getting a little off track.
As the protagonist thinking, just like with that rich guy, this lady's probably not gonna be that important, and so they push on, jumping down with confidence. They collect a toy that the Make a Friend machine dispensed. And now I'm not reading all the description, I don't feel like it. After inserting their wee little gift from that they had to make themselves, they walk into a not creepy dark hallway, only to find the Huggous, which they begin slapping until they begin running quickly and jumping into some vents. Panicking, they run through and wonder what the bloody hell is going on. Hearing the Huggous and them, they look around and they see it burst through a door and begins chasing them. As the protagonist begins booking it through this vent complex, wondering why a toy factory would need this, before jumping down and reaching and then just continuing the push on, while hearing the thing rapidly closing in. Then they see an escape and they take it, quickly running through. They go and try and escape, but then they see the Huggous running right for the shakes. So they push on and reach a straightaway, which we all know is bad. And then they slide down and go and then get ready, wondering what could possibly happen. As they wait and wait, realizing that's gonna hold, right? Suddenly the Huggous burst through, FBI open up, absolutely Bite of 87's our character, and sends us into the Shadow Realm, as if there were the US government and we had just found oil on our property. So, after that, the protagonist comes back to life magically. They realise they have unlimited lives, and they just keep pushing. And so instead of slapping the Huggous while it's chasing them, they just book it. Until they reach the vents again and realise, they remember what happened last time. They realise they got FBI opened up and they decided to just book it, now knowing where to go. Hearing the lanky Huggous behind them, they push on. Jumping down a vent shaft, they take a right, then a left, then another right. Then they take another left, running and running. They realise if they don't make this, they're dead. When they see the little indent that they used last time, they jump through, continue running. Door slams in their face, Wuggous coming for their cheeks, and they keep running. Taking the right, they reach the long stretch until they slide down and they remember the trauma, and they decide to pull down a random box and conveniently place it comes down, absolutely body slams the Wuggous, sending both plummeting into the deep darkness below. The protagonist then looking back and seeing blood, realizing that maybe that thing was actually organic in some way. And so they press on, wondering just what might have just happened. Then they see it, the puppy flower that they came here to look for, and the tape. Conveniently placed on the ground, they grab it and walk over to a cassette tape player. Inserting it, they look up and await
Final log
new info.
in relation. Experiment 1006, the prototype. Coordination and cooperation is evidently within his skill set. as well as the skill set of all other experiments of his type. Though still missing, today's events are no doubt in relation to him. His absence was a flaw in the scientific process, which should have under no circumstances been left unaccounted for. That's why I'm making this log, so that the same mistake won't be made twice. Any future experiments will need to be contained and disposed of in a secure location. I'm not worried about myself. One breakthrough and I'll be back. We must forge onwards in the name of science, whether those who are beneath us understand it or not. End of...
The protagonist wondering what to do with that information. Decide to just keep it pushing, as they then see and look at this puppy flower, seeing what looks to be puppet strings almost, hovering around it. Then they see something scribbled on the door. Help and run. As well as the word no. Entering this area they see what looks like a dollhouse. Nice lighting, a clean spacious area. They push through, not threatening, normal, until they reach the end of the hallway with red lighting until they open the door and they see her puppy Playtime. As they put their hand on the door and open, then the lights go out and one thing is heard.
You opened my case.
That's all for today, folks. Stay awesome.